the countdown has been and gone. We're loading into the final game of the evening. We've got our ace match here. Special shout out again to our production team, GameStar, Blizzard, Maccas, and you for casting with me, Maynard. Let's get this underway.
Hell yeah. In the top left, our Terran player representing SYF. He's their last chance. It is Hut.
And down here in the bottom right, playing for Team Downfall, this is yours. And shout out to Insano on the Observer Cam. Doing a fantastic job this evening.
Shout out McDonald's, keeping the tournament alive, injecting that lifeblood into the StarCraft 2 scene for ANZ. Shout out to my mum and dad, being supportive. I want to thank my wife as well, just for always being there. And my dog, just for being really quite handsome and making those days of losing constantly on ladder just not hurt as badly. I want to thank FedEx for being on time with my delivery today. Gonna enjoy that novel later.
What do you get?
I got actually a World of Warcraft novel. It's not actually for me now that I think of that. It's actually for my sister-in-law. So I guess I won't be reading it later because I feel like if I crack the novel of someone that's the book is meant for someone else, I feel like it's kind of like tainting it a little bit. It's like cracking open a soft drink can for someone else, but taking that first sip. You know what I mean?
That first sip. That's the best sip.
Because the first sip is always the best sip. The first spine crack is always the best spine crack. So you don't want to crack over that novel if it's not yours.
Yeah,
so,
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I get it.
You're picking up what I'm putting down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I ordered some books for the first time from Book Depository. I'm kind of scared about the condition that they'll arrive in because I saw that Zeph had some issues on the Twitters.
I saw that as well. A couple like apparently the price is really good, great selection, but can be a little dicey on the quality.
We'll see. Just like we'll see with this opening. Heart's going reactor, factory, super standard stuff.
111.
Puts in a pause.
Still
Got
patching
some
data.
lag. Yeah.
And we're good.
Game resumed.
Okay. So Reaper's going to see if it can kill maybe a Ling or two. Be very surprised if at this level of play
nice
manages
micro
to get a
from
drone.
yours. God.
Very nice. And that's one of the things with early game Reaper versus Ling interactions too, is that if you go for drones, chances are you're not going to get one because they can just morph a building. But if you go for the Lings, you're more likely to get a kill and force out more Lings, which is in turn one less drone or two less drones. So you will see more of the higher level Terrans, like in Korean Terrans, go for Lings over drones. At least that's what I've seen recently.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this opening from Hut is looking a little different from the last TVZ opening we saw from him versus Satu, where he got that tech lab and started the Raven up, used the Raven with the Hellions to get across the map. He is still going for that fast third CC. Didn't open with the bunker rush this time either, so he's not teasing yours. He's taking him a little bit more seriously, I feel. Tech lab is going down that barracks.
Yeah, I think he will go for the Raven. I think he's set in his ways. Like, okay. I don't see that this would be a Banshee. I mean, to start a Banshee at 4 minutes is a little bit too late, but like, I could be wrong. It's also not a great map for Banshee considering how long it takes him to fly across the map.
It makes sense. I'm with you there. I feel like the Ravens probably make sense as well. Reaper getting a little deep there. Does get cleaned up by those Lings. The Raven is on the way with those Hellions, so I actually think that this map might be a little bit better for the Raven play now that I think about it, because of the creep spread being so important. A big factor of why Zerg does a little bit better on this map is because of the rush distance being so long. They have a lot of time to react, and once that creep spread gets out there to the even just the third of the map, the bottom third of the map, makes it a lot easier for them to react to what they're seeing. So it's important to deny that vision.
Yeah, definitely. A couple more racks coming up here from Hut as well. So he's looking for that mid-game bio production. starting that stim. Raven's coming out. So I love the setup that Hutt's got. The only thing he's really missing is upgrades, but he'll be able to throw down a couple of eBays momentarily here. He could use them to wall off in the natural, but that's risky. He's more likely to make them in the main. But no, he is actually going to use them in the nat. So that opens the possibility for yours to do a Baneling Bust and take out upgrades later. Yeah, risk reward. It's all right.
Creep Spread, we talked about a little bit before, is pretty active here for yours. He's got active tumors on the right-hand side, left-hand side. Bunch of active creep tumors in the middle here as well, expanding towards Hut. And the queens are in position as well to fight back. 3 queens here versus a small amount of Hellions. I mean, that's actually not a small amount of Hellions, but 3 queens is enough to deter him. But they can't be in 3 places at once, and Hut finds an angle where they're not. Get rid of some of these creep tumors. Even using an auto turret here to really cut into those tumors.
Oh boy, those tumors go down very quickly. And just backs up for the time being. Takes like 1 shot on that Raven, and more creep spread will be coming out here from these queens. He's actually going to be careful with these because one of the queens is quite wounded, and that's the one with the energy, so he can't transfuse himself.
Yeah, she's got the transfusion here. Hut just rotating around, though. The queens out of position, even with creep speeding them up. They just can't be in several places at once. So this gets a little bit more creep denial here. And yours is not messing around. He's getting a Spire right now, going Lingbane Muta in this game. Not going to wait for the tanks to be out to make some Mutalisks. He is going to start dealing with this right here, right now.
Yeah, yours has done a very nice job getting his 4th base at the right time, getting everything pretty much at the right time. He's got a good drone count. Might want to start another round or 2 of drones after he's got his mutas out. And he will be a little bit scared about this upcoming push. And Hut didn't forget combat shields either. So that's going to finish most likely as he's doing some form of this attack. This is quite scary, but yours has a lot of lings. You banelings could defend.
The armor shredder on the lings there are going to make it easier for the Marines. The lings absolutely don't want to be anywhere near those lings when those Marines when 1-1 is done. Now that their armor shredding has been shredded, so they're going to have 1-1 themselves to engage down here to the south-hand side. As Hut's rotating again.
Love that choice to add the early 2nd factory as well. He can use that for Thors. He can get more mines. He can go for the drilling claws upgrade. So lots of very strong potential there. 3 extra racks coming up online. Hut's macro is fantastic. And that's going to allow him to max out. If he does everything optimally, doesn't throw this army away, he should max out around 9.5 to 10 minutes and go for a 4th base. Meanwhile, yours, he's starting his muta production. He's maintaining parity in the work account with Terran. Hut's actually made too many SCVs, by the way. 24 out of 16 saturation, typical Hut style. And that does hamstring his army slightly. So that's a point where I think Hut can improve is stop. Just stop at some point.
He plays so quickly that he's probably it's just muscle memory, as I'm sure most of the things are. Drop to the north, getting caught by yours here. Does deflect it, but he still has this push on the high ground to deal with. These Hellbats, well, Hellions earlier, they're Hellbats now. And they're still making, just getting a bit more utility here for Hut. Clearing up more creep every time he pushes forward. Clears out more and more creep.
Yeah, he's doing a very, very nice job. The 2-2 upgrades for both players reasonably even in terms of the timings. More and more creep, like you say, Maynard, is getting cleaned up here. Yours just not able to establish a foothold of creep, really. The patch is definitely making a difference here, too. There was a 50% nerf to the spread rate of creep. And, I mean, that's a big nerf bat right there.
Oopsie daisies.
Jazzpest, please. Yours. Just like he did in that game against Ether. Loses a couple of the mutas pretty early. They're going to lick his wounds and come back. Hut is maxed out now. 9 minutes 30. Almost perfect. Going to be tough for yours to hold.
Yeah, and 2-2 is about to kick in for him as well, but so is for yours. I like that Hut's doing this, denying another surround point here. Lovely armor connection there on 80% of the Banelings.
And the mutas as well. Yeah, and
now the
even more of
mutas
the
are
mutas.
Damn.
The Marines are going to do sick damage against those. And Hut's like spreading out everything very nicely with that patrol. He's able to now move around into that fourth base location. And here we go. Yours is going to try and make something happen here. The fantastic positions with those Widow Mines. And Yours, he's coming through. It does look like he's going to be able to hold.
He does hold. He mops up the entire army of Hut there. Hut still has some more Marines actually to the north-hand side. He catches some drones, but he'll want to pick up and get out of there as the rest of the Zerg is hungry for more Terran blood. As he comes forward with those Lings, the Muta's looking to chase down those Medevacs as well. Looks like a third one here. Pulled out of position, but the Muta's actually going for the ones with the Marines in them. There's not that many Mutas though. Hut could probably dump out the Marines and start shooting them on the way back. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Hut's still in a very, very nice position. Floats out, gets a fourth base.
Macro is so good.
He is macroing like Iger's used to macro. He's kind of taken the crown as the macro Terran in Australia. And he's definitely playing to his strengths there. But his micro is also quite nice. Alright, so he takes out this base on the right-hand side. Yours looks like he wants to... Yeah, well, he pulls away a bunch of his SCVs, so he's not going to lose too many of them there.
He's got SCVs to spare, though. Can actually lose probably 15 of them or 20 of them and still be okay economically, but not amazing. Baneling's morphing on the front line. The Marauders are here to try and soak them up, but they're taking some damage from those Lings. They don't die, though. Lings and Mutas are still doing lots of damage here at this third base for Hut. If they can get that CC, that's a great pickoff.
It's looking really nice, but Hut being able to clear up one of those bases, he can now come back and be totally fine. He's got the fourth base established, and...
Oh, no.
Oh, actually not the best connections in the world. The Mutas are still really annoying, but now the units are back. He gets the armor missile off, and Yours is deflected once again. The benefit for Yours here is the ability to pop up hatcheries all over the map, and they're just a little bit cheaper and easier to do than the command centers. So if he can keep Hut pinned back in his base, he could certainly make something of this position.
Looks like I might have been trying to bait a Widowmine into the bio there. Yours is in a bit of an aggressive position here. Got a lot of Ling Bane on the outside. The Muta's skirting around the outside as well, trying to catch those reinforcements coming back home. Yours now going all the way back with his army. And Hut, once again, maxed out. Or actually, he lost a CC, so he can't quite be maxed out. But 197, close enough. 3-3, about to finish. Yours actually doesn't have a hive, so he doesn't have the ability to get 3-3. And this is when Terran gets really powerful. When the Zerg is committing so heavily into Tier 2, but they didn't kill the Terran in time, and the Terran is on Tier 3. Bad news bears for the Zerg.
Yeah, this is going to be some Starship Troopers style stuff, man. Like, as the Terran
He's afraid!
pushes forward, even the Mutas can't even really attack into that base because the Widow Mines are there, the turrets are there. He's really trying, but at the end of the day, I think that Hut's going to be able to clean that up eventually. But even if he loses that base, how do you deal with this much bio in your face?
I think the unfortunate response for Yours is that you can't.
Yeah. Hut's pushing forward. He's going to get into the main, and then all of the tech is just exposed. The spawning pool and the spire goes down. Yours can't produce anything in his army anymore.
He certainly can't. And that CC for Hut is actually just being rebuilt on location. Baneling's trying to roll one in. Here come those Mutalists. They're the lifeblood here of Yours, but they take big hits from the Widow Mines. And when the bio is done with the main, they're going to come for the Mutas next. Another connection on the Mutalists of Yours. Yours plummeting to 60 army supply. Hut still on almost 150. The speed veins are rolling in. They're going to look and try and catch this bio, but there's still so many Marauders from Hut. He might be able to stand and fight. He's going to split his Marines here.
It's actually a really scary amount of fans. Like, the supply is just equalized so much, but Yours can't produce anything. Actually, he's not even remaking a spawning pool right now. So the units that he has, as the spawning pool finally just starts there, the units he has right now is pretty much everything that he has for the rest of the game. And here we go. Still cleaning up some of those Marines, trading out.
But these are Banelings that Yours can't replenish.
That's it. That's exactly right.
And, I mean, Hut is going to get cleaned up again. but I'm really worried about the next wave here.
Replenishing that CC as well at the 4th base location. He's still got 37 SCVs. He's got mules. So it's a bit of a racial advantage with the economy to be able to catch back up. Mutas coming in. This will be a little bit annoying, but Hut does have some Marines that he can use, and even 4 Marines there can kind of bully those mutas away. And yours ran out of steam, taps out. Hut does it for his team, and SYF win that in the ace.
SYF continue their dominance here in ANZ Pro League, but boy, did Downfall make them work for it. And I think that everyone out there that has eyes connected to their brains and understands StarCraft on some level will agree that that was a very entertaining series. And guys out there in Chatland, hope you all enjoyed it as much as we did, because I certainly had a blast. As much as I loved casting with Zeph last week, it was just too short. It's too sharp and shiny. Tonight, plenty of StarCraft. What more could you want?
Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, that was a 3-hour cast. We got almost the maximum amount of games. We got to see everything laid bare from the patch. We got Tempest, like the new Widowmine. We got to see different builds, different styles, back and forth games. That was a blast. And I think that week 3 Pro League, that was the best week yet. And we've got, 3 more weeks left of the cast?
Yeah, only halfway done.
Yeah, only halfway there. It's going to go until mid to late December. And can't wait to keep bringing you guys some of this content. It's awesome.
It's sweet. And it's going to be me and you again next week. Zeph is away on holiday.
Mm-hmm.
So me and you are going to be staying here, or you and I in proper English. I'm going to be staying here. And
don't worry about it. It doesn't need to be proper.
Sorry, this is ANZ.
Exactly. Embrace the memes.
That's right. Hope you guys really enjoy the show. It's been amazing. Sorry that we had to go all the way through KSL. So all you Brood War fans out there, hopefully you could watch that as well as tonight's broadcast. But Home Story Cup is starting in a minute, so it doesn't take too long here. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much to Gamester for running production. Thank you so much to Death for casting with me. And thank you so much to McDonald's and Insano for being the biggest apples of our eyes. Literally. McDonald's and Insano, just my favorite people in my heart right now.
Yeah. Big shout outs to those guys. Thank you, Insano. Thanks, Macca's, GameStar, Blizzard. And thank you, everyone that tuned in. Again, like I was saying before, the community aspect to the stream and the excitement and that sort of vibe around this event has been phenomenal. And it makes it such a pleasure to be able to come home and put this on in the evening. And it's a really genuine event. So thank you all.
We really are so privileged to have our local Blizzard support us like this and have this sick tournament. Anyway, guys, we're going to call it a night. Thank you very much. We'll see you same times next week for the next matchup in Pro League. We're going to be having, what is it? Downfall and OSC Elite going up for our first match. Second match of that evening next week will be SYF against Legacy.
Nice.
The 2 big dogs in Australia facing off. So that's going to be great. So we'll see you then, guys. Have a great one. Good night.